Some moments in football are pure magic. One perfect strike, one heartbeat, and the whole world watching. Free kicks that didn't just score goals, they made history. In this video, we're reliving the top 5 most iconic free kicks in Champions League history, from impossible angles to unstoppable power shots that defined eras and created legends. Before we kick things off, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because these moments remind us why football is more than a game. It's an art form. Number 5. David Beckham vs Real Madrid, 2003. Old Trafford witnessed pure magic on April 23, 2003, when David Beckham delivered what many considered his greatest ever free kick. With Manchester United trailing Real Madrid in the Champions League quarterfinals, the England captain stepped up from 25 yards out. What followed was a masterclass in technique and precision. Beckham's signature curling strike bent viciously around the wall, leaving Iker Casillas completely helpless as the ball nestled into the top corner. The roar from the Theatre of Dreams was deafening. This wasn't just any free kick. It was Beckham announcing to his future employers that he was worth every penny they would pay for him that summer. The strike showcased everything that made Beckham special: the perfect run-up, the precise contact, and that unmistakable curve that became his trademark. While United eventually lost the tie, this moment remained etched in Champions League folklore as one of the competition's most technically perfect free kicks. The goal demonstrated why Beckham was considered the world's best dead ball specialist at his peak. Number 4. Juninho Pernambucano vs Real Madrid, 2006. When discussing free kick specialists, Juninho Pernambucano's name belongs in any conversation. The Brazilian midfielder was a scientist when it came to set pieces, and his strike against Real Madrid in October 2006 perfectly encapsulated his genius. Playing for Lyon at the Santiago Bernabeu, Juninho faced a wall of Galacticos from 30 yards out. What made this free kick extraordinary wasn't just the distance or the power. It was the physics-defying movement. The ball dipped, swerved, and knuckled through the air like it had a mind of its own, completely bamboozling Casillas, who could only watch as it thundered into the net. The Spanish goalkeeper's bewildered expression told the whole story. Juninho had bent the laws of physics. This goal was a testament to years of practice and an understanding of ball dynamics that few players have ever possessed. Liam won the match 2-0, and this free kick became a viral sensation long before social media made such things commonplace. It showcased the Brazilian's unique technique of striking through the valve of the ball, creating unpredictable movement that made him score over 75 free kicks in his career. Number 3. Ronaldinho vs Chelsea, 2005. Stamford Bridge, March 2005. Barcelona needed inspiration in the Champions League round of 16, and Ronaldinho provided it with a moment of pure samba magic. Facing a formidable Chelsea defense, marshaled by John Terry, and with Petrusek in goal, the Brazilian found himself 25 yards from goal. What happened next was vintage Ronaldinho. With that characteristic smile barely hidden, he struck the ball with such precision and disguise that Sek was left rooted to his spot. The ball sailed over the wall and dipped wickedly into the top corner, a goal that combined power, placement, and artistry in equal measure. The strike gave Barcelona a crucial away goal and shifted the momentum of the tie. But beyond the tactical importance, this free kick represented Ronaldinho at the peak of his powers, when he could conjure magic from anywhere on the pitch. The technique was flawless, the execution perfect, and the celebration typically joyful. It was a reminder that football, at its highest level, is an art form, and Ronaldinho was painting masterpieces on the biggest stage. This goal helped propel Barcelona toward winning the Champions League that season. Number 2. Cristiano Ronaldo vs Portsmouth, 2008. While technically this was a UEFA Cup match that counts toward European competition history, Ronaldo's free kick evolution truly crystallized in the Champions League. However, his most iconic Champions League free kick came against Arsenal in the 2009 semifinals at the Emirates. From 40 yards out, Ronaldo unleashed a knuckleball that moved like a beach ball in a hurricane. The technique he pioneered, striking the ball with almost no spin, created erratic movement that made goalkeepers' lives miserable. Manuel Almunia in the Arsenal goal stood no chance as the ball dipped and swerved violently before crashing into the net. The Portuguese had transformed himself from a tricky winger into a complete forward who could score from anywhere. This free kick was the culmination of thousands of hours of practice, developing a technique that became his signature. The power generated from his stance, the way he stood over the ball with legs apart, became iconic imagery. Ronaldo would go on to score dozens of spectacular free kicks throughout his career, but this one against Arsenal demonstrated his ability to deliver on the biggest stages when his team needed him most. It propelled Manchester United to the final in Rome. Number 1. Lionel Messi vs Liverpool, 2019. Camp Nou, May 1, 2019. It was a night dripping with anticipation. The first leg of the Champions League semifinal between Barcelona and Liverpool. The Catalan Giants already held a 2-0 lead, but when they won a free kick nearly 30 yards from goal, the entire stadium fell into a hush. The man standing over the ball was none other than Lionel Messi, a player whose left foot had already rewritten football history. Messi gently placed the ball on the turf, took his trademark measured steps back, and fixed his gaze on the goal. In front of him stood a wall of Liverpool defenders, and behind them, Alisson Becker, one of the most formidable goalkeepers in world football. What happened next transcended sport and entered legend. Messi approached the ball with calm certainty, swinging his left foot with the grace of an artist and the precision of a surgeon. The ball leaped over the wall, spinning and curving through the night air, as if drawn by an invisible magnet. It soared towards the top corner, a spot so tight, so unreachable, that even Alisson, at full stretch, could only watch helplessly as it ripped into the net. The Camp Nou exploded. Fans roared, teammates rushed toward him, and in that instant, 90,000 people understood they had just witnessed something extraordinary. This was no ordinary free kick. It was Messi's 600th goal for Barcelona, delivered in a moment of pure magic against one of Europe's toughest sides. What made it truly iconic wasn't just the physics-defying technique, the millimeter-perfect placement, the ideal balance of power and control, but the timing and meaning behind it. It was the greatest player of his generation reminding the world, once again, of the brilliance that set him apart. The Barcelona would later suffer heartbreak in the return leg at Anfield. This goal remains one of the most unforgettable moments in Champions League history. It captured everything Messi represents: genius, artistry, and the effortless ability to make the impossible seem routine. From breathtaking precision to pure power, these free kicks will be remembered for generations. Which one gave you chills or made you jump out of your seat? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your favorite. If you enjoyed reliving these legendary moments, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who still gets goosebumps watching a perfect free kick. Until next time, stay passionate, stay loyal, and never forget, legends are written in a single strike.